Good morning, Ken here. I am about an hour and a half southeast of Nashville in a little town called Sewanee. I'm actually outside the little town, and I'm here to photograph a natural arch. And so I'm just left the parking lot. I'm literally 100 feet from the car, and I'm already seeing the arch. I'm going to turn the camera around. Look at this. That's spectacular. This is sandstone formation there with a hole in the middle of it. And this arch, you're actually able to walk across the top of it. The trail coming down here leads right to the top of the arch. Oh, this is something else. Wow. I'm actually right now on the arch. It's probably hard to tell from the camera, but this is something else. There's a cave on the other side over there. Wow. All right. I'm going to get down in here and work on some compositions, but this is something else. I'll also give you a little lesson. They have a post, like a sign out front by the parking lot that explains how these arches are formed. So I'll do my attempt to explain it to you once I get down in there. So anyways, I'm glad you're along with me on this one. This should be fun. All right, I'm gonna drop my pack here, get my gear out, get set up. I think I'm gonna try and shoot this from a couple different angles, both from inside this kind of linear crack here, and then from the bottom side as well. I think there might be some cool compositions over there. I haven't even gotten down there yet. But yeah, really neat. There's also some really cool formations underneath this this cave over here, which I want to try and get some photos of as well. But really nice. There's this really slow drip of water. We've had rain the last couple of days, so this water's seeping down through the cracks in the sandstone and hitting the floor in here. It's really quiet. It's nice just to hear the drips coming down. Kind of that ASMR stuff, but anyways, yeah, I'm gonna get set up here now. Get a composition set up and I'll walk you through it. All right, here's my first composition. Arches over there. I am set up here in between these trees, looking towards the arches, or towards the arch rather. And so, my composition is something like that. The cave with the arch on the right-hand side, and then the other side of the cave, the cavern here, over on the left-hand side. So I've got these rocks in the foreground, kind of leading to the arch, and got a little bit of sky in there, which is kind of hard to avoid. But the arch in the sky kind of mirrors the arch in the ground here. I really like the way it's looking. I actually put on a different lens today. I've got this old Canon lens of mine. I have an adapter to fit on my Sony camera, but it's a 10 to 22 millimeter, so it's really wide. So I'm able to get this whole thing in one shot without having to do a panorama. And it's a really sharp lens, and so we'll see how this goes, but I hope you like the shot. Oh, what I wanted to say too is it's like a partly cloudy day, and so as the sun passes through the clouds, I'm starting to get this really warm glow on the side of the arch there. And I was able to capture an image a second ago with it on there, but wanted to point that out as well. I'm just kind of sitting here waiting for the light to come in and then capture that image. So yeah, just another little detail that I think really helps the shot. After I took that last shot, I backed up a little bit, sitting back in here now, and I've got the arch bracketed on both sides with these two trees coming up here. I still have the leading line of the rocks coming through, and I'm getting basically from this cave over here all the way across to back into here with this shot, with this wide angle lens I have on. So we'll see how this one comes out. Hope you like this one too. I'm set up over here now, I'm looking at this cave over that's on the left-hand side. Arch is over there, and it's really cool. You get this really nice arch feeling to it, and then you have these big beds of sandstone that get clipped off on both sides. And then you can see inside here is something, all the bedding sitting in here in this section of sandstone. In sedimentary rock, these sediments get laid down in layers, and we call those beds. So each one of these is a bed inside of a bigger one. So anyway, it's just something to think about. Also underneath here are these really cool, I don't even know what they are, maybe like a cross bed of some sort inside that layer of sandstone, but really, really neat. I just like the way he has this overall arching feel to it, and the green mosses and the gray colored mosses really add to it as well. So I'm gonna take this photo and we'll see how this one comes out. Okay, my first couple photos were from over there, shooting this way at the arch. So I'm trying to move over here and get set up someplace on this side to capture it from over here. Got this big tree here, looks like it's probably an oak or something, that kind of obscures it from this angle, but as I move around, like I said, I like to get here in places like this, get my camera on, and then search for compositions with the screen so I can kind of see what I'm going to get. And as I'm doing this, I got an angle here I really like where that tree is off to the right, but I have these boulders with all the moss and lichen on them that are leading towards the arch. So I think I'm going to get set up in here somewhere, and once I do, I'll walk you through the composition. Okay, I've been hunting around for about 10 minutes to find the composition I like. I'm sitting here precariously on this big piece of sandstone that's fallen in here at some point. But what I've got is something like that. I've got these rocks in the foreground, which I really like. And I've got this tree posted up off to the right of the arch, and I've got this other tree over here off to the left of the arch. And then I'm actually still capturing a little bit of the cave over there on the right-hand side. The sun's completely gone. It's completely overcast right now. So not much light to help out with the scene. But yeah, gotta work with what you're given. All right, I'm gonna hike it down to the other side here, on the downhill side of the arch. See if I can get some composition set up over here. Try and get one from each side if I can. Oh, this is nice. Wow, is it impressive from here? Wow. All right. Okay, here I am set up. You'll probably see the camera in view now. I'm in a portrait mode. What I've got are these really cool roots leading up to this tree. And then I've got the other tree over here, both bracketing the arch in the background. The extreme wide angleness of that lens really accentuates the arch on this side. I really like the way that looks, and it still picks up these cool roots leading into the scene. And then you can still see the cave in the background, which I really like too. So yeah, this is really neat. It's a challenge because you got these trees in the way. You know, you're not going to cut them down. You just got to deal with them. So I'm trying to use them as like bracketing features. But anyways, if this image is any good, here it is. Okay, I'm set up over on the other side of the arch, on the downslope side. You can see my camera there. I am set up with a shot something like that, with the arch in the center of the frame, and then I've got these really cool roots over here that lead up into the tree, which really add a lot of interest into the scene. Also getting a little bit more diffused light coming in, so the roots are kind of getting lit up a bit from the diffused light, which I really like, and it's also hitting the front side of the arch here. So anyways, I really like the way this shot's coming out. I think when I'm finished here, I'm gonna see if I can get up on top of the bluff up above up there and get a shot coming down from above, looking at the arch over the valley here. So we'll see how this one comes out. Here's that shot. All right, I am up on top of the arch. I want to give you an explanation of how these are formed. I'm going to turn the camera around. So what you're going to see here is I'm standing on the arch. On the other side is the area where that little cave was at that I took photos of earlier. And so what the explanation is that you'll have a bluff like we have on this downslope side of the arch over here. And then you'll get something similar to that cave thing where pieces of rock will fall away from the bottom of the bluff, and then you'll get a vertical crack that occurs in the rock, and then over centuries, maybe millennia, the erosion will start happening behind that, in that crack, and start washing away, and eventually it breaches on the other side, and it forms the arch, and everything kind of gets washed out below, which you can kind of see when I look down over the downslope side over here. You can see chunks of rock that have fallen off the underside of the arch. And so, yeah, that's how these things are formed. It takes thousands and thousands of years for something like this to happen with, you know, the slow rate of erosion. All right, I've made it up above the arch here, actually above and across the gap here from the arch. Turn the camera around. So I'm set up in here, something like that. A lot of distractions in the way with all these tree branches and trees sticking up. So not really a great image, but thought I'd at least give show an image of what it looks like from up here above. Yeah, pretty cool though. See how this one comes out. Okay, that's gonna wrap it for me from the arch here in Sewanee, Tennessee. Just got done wrapping up. It did get foggy in here. I think I got one decent image in the fog. I'll put that up here in a second to finish. Bad news, I crashed my drone. One of the arms, it fell about 40 feet. One of the arms snapped, so I'm gonna have to try and find a drone repair shop. So it might be a few weeks before I have drone footage again, but that's what you get when you play around, you know? So anyways, hey, thanks for being along with me on this one. I had a great time. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you on the next one.